Good morning. Hey, everybody. Well, good morning, Penelope. How are you this morning? I slept like a rock. You think that's because you have rocks in your butt? Maybe. But they make me where I can sit up on shelves and not fall down, so I'm okay with it. That's a good attitude, Penelope. I know, I'm a dork. I don't care. Penelope can go right back here. Actually, let's put Penelope right here. I have a mustache. Check that shit out. This is the real life, unscripted, living in a car while going to school. One of these days, I would love it if I could just stay in the dorms every semester while I'm here. Housing kind of sucks having to worry about it constantly. Oh, and this lighting must have been a lighting mustache. Anyway. I don't have class until 11:30, and I don't have to work at the Dean of Students office this morning, so I could kind of chill for a minute, which was nice. It is exhausting living in the car. I'm told that they are opening the gym today. So I'm debating as to whether or not I want to try and go to the gym and get a shower, or whether I want to try and clean up somewhere else. But we need to figure that out soon. I was so exhausted last night, I didn't even read what I needed to read. I am already behind on schoolwork. It's amazing how fast not having a place to stay can make the whole world fall apart. We'll see how things pan out, I suppose. In the meantime, this is our life. And it's at least going to be our life for close to another month. Possibly longer. I hope not longer, because I've been doing this since May. And it's September now. I did it from January until March. And then I got in the dorms for a little bit with some help with the Dean of Students office. Thought housing would get itself worked out over the summer, but it was many, many things, one thing after another, and now we're to that point where you don't even have the funds to move if we could, so that's all right. Yeah. So, we got some really cool pictures last night. That was kind of nice. I was out trying to find a place to park and sleep for the evening, and found a new place I might check out again tonight. I was a little bit too leery to stay there last night, so I came back here. This is one of my go-tos. And it's not too far off campus. In fact, it's just barely off campus. They're doing construction not too far away. So there's a bunch of people parked around me at the moment. But they only come during the day. I'm the only one in the parking lot at night, which is kind of nice. Park back in the corner and put my blinders up. I got a blue thinger in the back window. I have black. You can see one over my shoulder. This is black poster foam core board that you can get from Dollar Tree. They're getting a little worn down now, but they were at one point in time at the beginning of the year cut for the windows. They're still kind of cut for the windows, and they keep people from being able to see in. And then I've got a big smiley face sun visor in the front window, so you can't see in. I've got all the windows kind of closed off. At one point in time, I had a car cover that I used to put over the car, which was kind of nice in some ways and other ways not. I actually kind of prefer this in some ways, simply because if I were to need to drive off, I wouldn't have to get out to take the cover off. And because now that it's wearing down, and because I cut them in the parking lot with a freaking dull knife, they're not exact to the windows. I can see around the edges. Of course, this one's getting pretty bad here. And now I can see through the cracks and things like that. But you can see around the edges, and people really can't see in very well, especially at night. So, little tricks you pick up living on the road, right? I have GI issues, which is difficult living on the road. Peeing isn't too bad. I have a funnel and a cup. You know, the basics. Funnel to cup yourself. Yeah, this is my actual funnel. And yes, it goes to a transmission because it was $1, whereas the Shiwi and the silicone ones that are made so that you can pee in them, those ones are like 10 to 20 bucks. No, I'm gonna pay $1. Yeah, you gotta straddle it. It's a little weird, but it's basically cut for the design that you need. Even like gets bigger as you go up. A little uncomfortable if you get your stuff pinched, but it works. Yeah, little tricks. I don't know where we are gas-wise. I did start the car once last night, which wasn't too bad. In the wintertime, I was starting it only a couple times a night. Excuse me. But I also had a 12-volt heated blanket and a sleeping bag for keeping me warm, so I was able to do that pretty easily. Honestly, it's harder to keep cool in the summer than it is to keep warm. Things to keep in mind. It's also hard to keep clean. Like, I got crap on me right here. Like, I mean, aside from keeping your body clean, keeping your clothes clean is very difficult. And I suggest that you have 2 separate bags, one for clean clothes and one for dirty clothes, so that the clean clothes don't start smelling funkadunk, because it gonna smell funkadunk up in here soon enough. Anyway, there's no reason to accelerate that process. Dirty clothes in the trunk as much as possible. Keep the area up front as clean as you possibly can. And actually, if you put them in the trunk, they don't end up smelling quite so funky after a while. It actually will slightly air them out in an enclosed area, which is weird, but it does seem to work. Yeah. That's been life lately.